Alright guys, remember like I said when I said that the wheels are not even. Let's fix it now. Okay, so let's flatten this cube and let's scale it and move it somewhere here so we can see the floor properly. And now we need to move this whole structure, right? So select this one, this one, this one, and this one, and this one, and these two, and this arm, and this should be everything. Yes, and parent it to this one. So Control P and parent keep transform. Now we're going to move a cursor to this one, but we need to move the origin to geo. Switch the pivot point to cursor and then rotate it. And now we're gonna rotate it down a bit. Oh, wait a minute, where's the cursor? Cursor to select it, that's what I meant. And drop it down a bit, yeah. And this is gonna open a little bit the front. So this should do. See, open the front, perfect. Now it's nice. Nice and sporty, I like it. So there you go. We don't need this ground anymore, to be honest, so we can delete it, okay? Fine, let's save this because reasons, right? Now we basically close to be done with modeling. I mean, we could really push this far, we could, for example, start modeling the doors. Now this could be some kind of a pull in here, or basically some kind of some kind of hutch that would assist with opening, or maybe somewhere in the bottom, because the idea is the truck simply lowers down and you can hop in, and also this door opens down and this one opens up, and this one has kind of like a ladder, or like sort of 2 or 3 steps going up like in an airplane, so that's the idea basically. But there could be some kind of hutch to or like levers to, or like locks to pull this in case of emergency or whatever, in case you lose the keys. There is a disaster in here with GG and move it in here, connect it with J, and what the hell is going on here? Boom. Now this is curious, right? So this should be running like this. Okay, there we go. And this should be, let me just remove these seams because it confuses me. So, and this is fine, right? Cool. There's some breakage in here, of course, chamfers. Usually chamfers cause problems, yeah? Like these tiny, really annoying issues with geo. Now, this truck could have some kind of vents on the side or something, so let's see if we can rotate it this way with shift. Whoa, I forgot to click to confirm. There we go. And go to an end-gun, and I want to cut something like this here. Hold Control 1 and 2. In fact, maybe 1 is enough. Control, and let me see this. Let's rotate it a little bit, not on the cursor but on our individual origin. It's gonna be a little bit easier, and lower it down. This doesn't have to be so aggressive. Same with this one, doesn't have to be so aggressive. So okay, so GZ and move it down. Yeah, something like that. Then sharpen. Well, that didn't go as planned. Let me see this. Yeah, I don't like this one here on this curvature. So what I'm gonna do is remove this one and recall this one and Shift D and Y and move it here, and then move it to the side. So GX and move it here. Right, and GZ and move it up. How are we looking? We need to move it in edit mode, otherwise they're both gonna move. Rotate it just a little bit and move it just a little bit more. Let's try now. Sharpen. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like this. Tiny accent in the back is actually looking really nice. Awesome. Same we could do with the door, by the way, you know, so we could just cut just gentle notches here. So Control Q and simply, I think it's Alt. Yeah, it's rotated with Alt to maybe this degree. Click, and then draw an end-gun. You could do the same thing with a wedge cut, but I don't know why I just like this. I love this rotation tool in hard ups. It's so cool. It's a really cool tool, right? There you go. This could be some kind of a, you know, opening here. And I think we should do this on both. Or maybe not, this one is enough. If I'm gonna put one more element in here, this is gonna become way too noisy. You see that? You got this nice triangle between these elements. Always think about the design. It's really important. I would really leave this alone. Not do anything, you know, more than. Now, this is a bit dull, but I think I like it dull. What we could do is create some sort of a cover in here, like this, and, you know, Shift Curve Extract and create like a plating in here, right? So let's let me see this. We could move this up here. How will it look? Well, you know what? I think I'm just gonna grab this one as well. The chamfer here. The reason why I don't like it is because I didn't grab this chamfer. There we go. Now it should work the way I want it to. Yes, perfect. Okay, so now we can slice this with an end-gun to make it a little bit, you know, more even. We could even do something like this just for fun. Okay, and slice it in here, so it's a bit more, you know, interesting in shape. And same here. I mean, it's a little bit boring, right? So, you know, we could just simply cut some openings above the lights or something here. Come on, one more time. It's a bit too thin. Make it a bit thicker like this. Whoa. I think it's mirrored, that's why. So cut it like here, and this. Yeah, it's mirrored, you see. So okay, so let's do it properly. Here, a bit deeper maybe. Same angle, and boom, right? Now sharpen. Okay, so this is gonna create kind of like a shelling on top, and we could, you know, we could do this manually here, or we could simply add some decals with vents in the front, kind of like a hood. Same here, like kind of like screws. I really don't want to do it with Geo because there's no point. It's literally no point of doing it with Geo. Same here, you know, you could have some cuts in here. So go to object mode and simply it's mirrored, right? So cut from here. Come on. Boom, right? And, you know, sharpen this one. and weighted normals because reasons. And definitely you could use some, we could use some, you know, wait a minute, what the hell? It went through here. That's not what I wanted. Let's go back and retrieve this cutter. There we go. And that's not what I wanted. Let's actually bevel this. And whoa, one more time. Right, bevel this and just do something like this. That's enough. Okay, sharpen and weighted normals. Awesome. And you know, a bit of a chamfer. This could go wrong again because of the way the geo runs. So what we could do is do something like this and remove these two stupid edges and simply run it like this. Okay, and chamfer, boom, and there you go. Two new you know, elements over there. These slides could be a bit more interesting as well here. So what we could do is split them into two. So do something like this and bevel, and then V and move it in here on X. So move it here. And just go inside like this. And what we're gonna do is grab them both. We're gonna have to rotate them, right? So RX and just simply rotate them like this, okay? And SZZ and scale them. Go to the front and drop them down a bit. Somewhere here, right? And before we do anything, let's run an edge here with C to make it straight, and then simply sharpen, right? And then select these two in the middle, insert them a bit and extrude them out and scale them in like this, right? So you got these cool little lights in the front now. Okay, so looks cool. Awesome. Well guys, that's it for this one, and in next one we're gonna just basically wrap this up, and I'm gonna go ahead with decals because really there's no any point of overdoing this. I could actually create some cool, maybe, you know, I'm thinking now about it, some cool maybe like pipes in here. This could be interesting going up to this engine. Doesn't make any sense in terms of structure because you want this structure to be protected from, you know, all kinds of damages, etc., right? So maybe instead we could create some kind of vent in the back, or maybe just, you know, like 2 or 3 pipes in the back to imitate some engine, I don't know, muffler, cooler, whatever. Some kind of a nitro system or something. This would be interesting, right? And also I think we need some chamfers on these. So anyway, catch you next video. Thanks for watching, guys.